Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Betty and this is Happy Little Loop Crochet. Okay guys, so what prompted the video today is I was picking up an order for Skinny Chenille for some colors that I'm 100% out of and that I've been out of for a while. And I thought, it's been about a year now, so I should give an update because my review was pretty glowing. I loved the yarn when I first got it. But of course now I've been using it for almost a year, so this is a great time to make a follow-up video. So in the original line of Skinny Chenille that came out, there were two whites. There was Swan and then there was a more cream white. And there were also two blues. There was this Bluebird and then there was a brighter blue. These skeins are pretty hefty, 524 yards, 250 grams. The colors that I got today are Bluebird and Swan. These are the first two colors that I ever ran out of, and I've been out for a while. The next color that I ran out of was the blue called Whale because I was using it to do some shiny new Pokemon. And I actually got quite a few orders for those during the Christmas prep time period. I was getting a lot of orders for those on my Etsy, so I did run out of that skein, and that one I did have to repurchase for more orders. So these are the second and third skeins that I've repurchased of this yarn. I really do love it so much, y'all. I'm also running low on the more winter white shade and the baby pink. And I don't know, I just love it. The colors I haven't used very much of. I haven't used very much of the gray at all. I haven't used very much of the yellow. I wish the yellow was a paler shade because I do like to work with pastels a lot. The yellow is just kind of like a harsher, brighter yellow. Now, one huge downside to the Skinny Chenille when it came out was that it barely had any neutrals. It had a gray, but there was no brown, there was no black. Now, that is a huge downside if you are trying to stick to like one yarn and one brand. If you are familiar with Sweet Snuggles Lite and Chenille Home Slim, they are like companion. They're both by Loops and Threads. They're both the same basically the same formula of yarn, but they're like companion color lines. So Sweet Snuggles Lite is like your brighter, your more colorful pastels, and then Chenille Home Slim has more like of the warm tones and the like boho colors, a lot more jewel tones. And the same thing happened for Skinny Chenille. So Skinny Chenille came out first, and I guess once they saw that it was indeed well received by the public, they were selling it, they did come out with the companion line, which is called Petite Purl. I did pick up a few colors in Petite Purl. I didn't buy the whole line because I was pretty sure I was going to like it, so I just got a few colors that I needed. Yeah, the blue, the green, the light brown, and the dark brown. So I did get 4 colors. They perform very well. I really like them, but they do feel slightly different. I don't know if it's the shades, but like the dark brown and the dark green, they feel more like suede and less like very silky chenille. It wasn't a problem for me. I didn't find that it dragged too much, so I think if you hear suede, you might think that it's too much of a drag. It really wasn't, but there is a noticeable difference. It does feel different. I do prefer Skinny Chenille to Petite Purl, but again, Skinny Chenille just doesn't have the darker neutrals, or really it just doesn't have brown or black. And so Petite Purl still doesn't have a black, but they do have a brown. They do have a couple of gorgeous red shades that I didn't pick up because I didn't need them. And I was really trying to keep my yarn buying down during the winter time, but they are beautiful. So if you need a gorgeous red, they're beautiful colors. I have used these yarns on so many projects. Of course, I ran out of 3 of the colors, even though the skeins are over 500 yards. I love them so much. They're very durable, very beautiful. They work up really nice. So if you are a fan of thinner yarns, daintier projects, but you have trouble finding this size yarn in a chenille, if you're not a fan of velvet, because velvet does come in a similar size. But if you're not a fan of velvet, maybe you think it's too slippery. I know for some people it's just too slippery. They can't keep a hold of it. This is great. It's not quite as slippery as if you've used Sweet Snuggles Lite or Chenille Home Slim. Those are more silky and harder to hold on to than this is. I would say this is more like Baby Bear from Joann's if you tried that one, just a thinner version of it. So yes, still a year later, I highly recommend. It's still one of my favorite yarns. I was doing a pattern test for a large project, so I bought multiple skeins of Sweet Snuggles Lite for the project. And so when my Michaels rewards came in, for some reason they gave me an extra $10 bonus reward. So I ended up with $15. And so I was able to get these for free. So if you don't shop at Michaels, a good reason to shop there is because their reward program is actually really, really, really good. Really good. You don't have to do anything extra, jump through any hoops if you're ordering like through your app or scanning it in store. It automatically just adds those in so you can get your bonus rewards. And it's usually you have to spend a certain amount and then they give you a $5 voucher. And then randomly, this has happened to me multiple times, they will just give me a random $10 voucher. So, you know, I highly recommend it. But that's all for today's video. I just wanted to update you guys. A year later, Skinny Chenille is still a win in my book. All right, bye.